Hey there, everyone. Welcome back to some more Let's Play Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic. In the last episode, we spent some time talking with Jolee and Juhani, trying to uncover more of their pasts, and finish up any side quests that involve them. We learned that Juhani's father was tricked into starting a fight he couldn't win, and was killed in a bar on Taris, if I recall correctly. We learned that her mother couldn't get enough money to afford the food for herself and her daughter, Juhani, and gave Juhani most of it, until finally she worked herself to death and died as well. Juhani herself was then taken by the exchange and sold as a slave, and would have been purchased by the same man who killed her father. As we encountered him on Tatooine, he is very racist. And wow, he really doesn't like KotORs and views them as basically like some sort of species not even worth talking to, like a pet, like a cat or a dog or something of the sort, but beneath those creatures. He offered to buy Juhani from us, but fled when Juhani challenged him to combat. I looked up how this quest ends, because what I intend to do is to walk onto the surface of Korriban, go shopping, and then we're leaving for the Starforge system, and we might encounter him again here. So if we do, we'll have a fight. I'm looking forward to that. We also talked with Jolee and discovered that his wife did indeed join the dark side and tried to convince him to also join it, but Jolee would not join. They fought each other, and he couldn't bring himself to kill her. I think that was the right decision. But she then killed other Jedi. The Jedi forgave him for this, and Jolee does not believe himself worthy of that forgiveness. For Jolee's quest, there is no actual combat or any location that we go in to finish it up. It's a chance of persuading him to talk more about his past. And so what I'm thinking we'll do is we will talk to him right now and see if we can get him to open up any more. But if he doesn't, we'll try one last time before we leave for the Starforge system. There's only 2 more dialogues I believe we're missing from him, and then his entire side questing is over, as it were. So let's talk with him again before we head out to Korriban.
Got something on your mind, do you?
So, when did you go to Kashyyyk?
Oh, that was not until many years later, to tell the truth. I spent quite some time wandering the galaxy.
You were adventuring again, I take it?
Nothing so extravagant. I merely traveled from place to place. I don't even think I knew what I was searching for. It wasn't as if my travels were pleasant either. There were plenty of folks who distrusted the Jedi after the war, or worse.
What could be worse?
If people weren't treating me with suspicion, they were looking at me with greed. I don't know how many thought they could make use of me for their own ends. I got so sick of the treachery and deceit. I left the civilized parts of the galaxy and headed instead for the uncivilized parts.
So that's when you went to Kashyyyk. I can understand this logic. Hate speaking around people. People are really deceitful, dishonest. Leave them all behind. Go to where at least nature is. Nature's honest about the fact it hates you.
Actually, I was on my way somewhere else when I crash-landed on Kashyyyk. The ship I was using was a rust bucket.
Oh, you survived the crash landing on Kashyyyk.
I'd taken some damage passing through an unexpected asteroid field, as I recall, but I wasn't completely without some systems. I could still guide her a bit when I crashed. It wasn't what I would call the smoothest landing, especially considering I ended up smack at the depths of the Shadowlands. But I lived.
Why didn't you fix the ship and keep going?
I'm no mechanic, and besides, after you plunge nose first in the trunk of a 5-kilometer-high tree, chances are you don't have much ship left.
So, you crashed and stayed?
Sure, why not? It seemed like an interesting enough place to spend a couple of decades exploring.
You're completely insane. You know that?
What do you know? I'd done enough wandering by that point, thank you very much. I felt at peace in the Shadowlands.
And the Wookiees didn't mind your presence.
Oh, they did at first. Oh, yes. I can't say I was overly pleased to encounter a group of indigenous giant carpets either, I can assure you of that.
You seemed fairly peaceful. You seemed to be on fairly peaceful terms with them.
Well, that was after 2 decades of helping them. They certainly didn't trust me at first.
You helped them.
When I could, I would assist a few young ones who would get lost in the Shadowlands or attacked unexpectedly by the wildlife. I must say, for a while there, the Wookiees actually thought I was some kind of benevolent forest god. Amusing, really. I set them straight eventually.
I don't like any of these questions or statements I'm going to make. I don't expect Jolie to single-handedly stop the slaving on the planet. That's silly. He doesn't enjoy being a god. That's also stupid. I don't think it's primitive for him at all. Is what he was looking for. We'll say the last one. Wasn't it all a bit primitive for you?
Not really. Kashyyyk is a place you can feel very small in. It felt good to devote my time to helping people and living simply.
Yep, I can understand that, yeah. And you didn't receive any news from the outside?
What can I say? I did it all for the Wookiees.
The Wookiees?
The Wookiees. Well, okay, maybe I needed some time on a quiet and remote planet, but if you ever need a friend, an incredibly strong hairball isn't a bad call.
I can agree with that, absolutely. I don't like these answers, but why can't I say, yeah, I can agree with that? Or mention Zalbar for some reason. You sound quite fond of them.
I suppose I am in a way, despite the smell. For a race of gardeners, they have developed quite interestingly.
Gardeners?
You remember the alien computer, correct? Kashyyyk was meant to be an agricultural planet. The Wookiees were made for a reason, or at least that's what I'm thinking. But I'm an old man who's had a long time to develop that opinion, so don't argue with me. At any rate, we should be moving along, don't you think? If you sat around this long in the Shadowlands, attack would eat you.
Alright, we have one more conversation with him left, everyone. We'll do that when we get back to the ship. Looks like our conversation with Candaris is completely over as well, right? So there's no more with that. I didn't even check. But I'm pretty sure that's over. Let's head outside. And I think we'll bring Juhani and we'll bring Candaris with us. We have to, I think, level. Yeah, actually, we need to level several people. So we'll get a chance to level Candaris.
What?
So for skills, Candaris, you can take another treat injury. For feats, you don't need anything else. You're all done. Is there anything you could benefit from? +1 to treat injury. And awareness. So he's got both of those skills, so that would arguably help him.
Yes?
Alright, so we're here to sell the last of the stuff I might be wanting to sell, and check with Mika to see if there's anything else I want to purchase. The rest of our cash is useless to us once we reach the Starforge system. Even from a not metagaming standpoint, I would spend the rest of my cash before I would head there anyway, to give us the best chance of success, believing that we wouldn't be coming back from this. It would be too difficult, or that Malak will be doing everything in his power to stop us from reaching the Starforge itself, and that we wouldn't have a chance to do anything else afterwards.
Show my soul.
Bree, what do you offer? Can't see your merchandise? Alright, let's see. So I don't think Bree's selling anything I am actually interested in. Nope. Alright. It's probably going to be Verpine prototype shields. Any other stimulants that he sells. I don't think he has any weapons I care about. I thought about maybe going back and picking up another one of the suits I'm wearing. The light exoskeletons. We could give it to Karth, and it might be useful for him too. Or Mission, for that matter. But no, I think we're done planet hopping. We've been doing that for the past, like, 3 videos now.
Uchua penki. Tong ituamaji human act in ikatune. Ciao baso.
Let me see your premium answers. Your premium items.
Kimba no kun.
Alright, this is it. So, is there anything I'm selling him? Do I need 40 advanced med packs? I don't think I do. We're going to sell 10 of these. I don't really need Baka's ceremonial blade, but we'll hold on to it. I don't need any of these crystals. We're all done with these. Oh, actually, I don't know if Bashala's weapon still has crystals in it. I guess I'll hold on to them all in the end after all. I want, yep, all those are the only grenades I'm holding on to. I want all those. Oh, I didn't equip the nerve amplifier belt or stealth unit, so we'll do that right now as well, I suppose. I'm not going to need more than one of each of these, I think. Okay. So what are you selling that I might be interested in? Do I want life support packs? I've got 18. It might be handy to have at least 2 more. Let's buy 2 more. Verpine fiber mesh. So I'm probably not buying any armor. We don't need any of that. I don't like the look of the stabilizer mask, so we're going to pass on that as well. Plus 5 strength, it's still useful. I mean, I could make use of that if I decide to drop my deflection bolts, but no. I think we'll hold on to what I've got. I don't care about the interface visor. Do I care about any of these? Regeneration 2 could be useful. Plus 4 dex could be useful. Oh, he's got nothing else, really, I'm interested in at all. So let's buy maybe another 2 of these. I think I will buy the plus 4... I could buy both the Dominator gauntlets, and I think I would have just enough money to buy this as well. Sure, let's buy the plus 4 dex implant, and then we're going to buy the Dominator gauntlets. We have enough money left over. We could buy one more small thing, but we'll hold on to that other $5,000 in case I'm wrong and there is something else to purchase in the whatchamacallit system. I don't think there is. I think we're now all done. So when it comes to implants, Jun, you are using immune to mind affecting and poison. You are wearing immune to critical hits. Plus 3 dex. I don't want to lose those. Plus 2 strength for you, Juhani. This would increase your damage slightly. But I wanted these to go to Zalbar, not to you. Oh, you can wear the nerve amplifying belt as well.
Yes?
And it looks like I had... Well, who cares? I got a few more things left. I'll stick them in crates rather than sell them. I really don't think there's anything else for us to buy. So we are all done. Everyone, time to get back to our ship. Maybe we'll meet Zor if we do have a fight. If not, that's it. We're going to talk with Jolie one more time, see if we can get the last of his quest as well. And then we're off to the Starforge system after a little bit of inventory management and making sure I'm happy with what everyone has equipped. I think we have plenty of gear and supplies to help us there. And that place would have some as well. We're going to find med packs or med kits and grenades and what have you there as well, so we should be all set. I remember the final battle not being too difficult. I remember having to run around and fight Malak, but at the same time, there was like something I had to interact with at the same time. I wish I could remember more about it. I don't know why I'm even racking my brain about that. That's not for several more videos. And there's no battle here, so that's it. All right, Johanni's questline is going to be wrapped up for Jun as well, unfortunately. We're not going to finish it here. We could planet hop for a while and maybe try to get it to spawn, but no, I'm done. All right. I'm going to visit my storage containers really quick. We're going to drop a handful of things off there. Anything I think that I might want to still hold on to. Just in case. So let's see. So... any of these upgrades can go in here. That would be... oh! Didn't want to... that doesn't matter. I can put like I can leave one frag grenade in there. Then I want... those put in. This box will have everything I don't care to carry with me any longer. We don't need the ceremonial blade any longer. Actually, let's hold on to that. Is there anything else I absolutely know I want to put in here? Just a sound dampening unit. We don't need that. Mission. You can now get that stealth suit. You can get the Dominator gauntlets as well, Zalbar. And I want... let's get those items up again. Go back to give items. Okay, so... I am going... to put the strength gauntlets in there. And where was those stealth suits? We don't need either of those. Okay. So we're all set. I'm going to start by giving Zalbar back his ceremonial blade. I know it does significantly less damage. Like, significantly less damage. And it doesn't hit as often. But the reason I'm doing it is because I may need to use the assault blade if we're fighting things that have shields. And I don't yet know who's coming with me when I go out adventuring. And I can probably swap... if we end up using Zalbar and a team of other people at one point, I can have Zalbar use the better blade right then and there. Assuming that I'm not carrying it on my person. Okay, so one more talk to Jolie, and then we're off to the Starforge.
Got something on your mind, do you?
If you like Kashyyyk so much, why'd you want to leave?
Are we back to that again?
I just... Am I really all that interesting to you?
What's the best way for me to approach this? Perhaps it's time for a little story.
Couldn't you just answer the question for once?
You just keep quiet there, you. I've had to put up with all your busybody questions, haven't I? Well, now you listen to a story, damn it. Now, where was I? Oh, yes, the story. You almost made me forget about it. Nice try, but I'm not that old just yet. Now then, a young man sees a terribly venomous snake in his small village. Nervous, he watches the snake carefully until it leaves. The young man follows the snake into the forest. He clears the branches out of its path and helps it over obstacles. He even works to keep it fed.
This is a very long story.
Shush! Many nights pass, and still the young man continues to follow the snake. He even follows it into the sands of the great desert. In the desert, the snake eventually grows hungry. It turns and bites the young man, its poison quickly working its way into his system. Finally, curious, the snake looks at the boy as he lays dying and asks, "Why were you foolish enough to follow me all the way out into the desert?" The boy looks back and replies, "Did I follow you? I thought I was leading you away from everyone else." And then he died.
Am I supposed to be the snake?
Well, now, that's what I wanted to see for myself.
And what's your judgment so far?
I've told you before that you have a destiny before you. This does not mean, however, that your future is already written. They are not the same thing. You have the choice of which direction you take your destiny in. More than engine-sucking Andor, certainly. But even he had a choice. So far, you've chosen to take the lighter path, Can you stay that course, even through the challenges ahead? We'll have to wait and see. I'm not here to judge you or tell you which path to take. I'm here ready to offer you my help, should you ask for it. I do that because I think it's important. More important than remaining in my home and pretending the galaxy doesn't exist. That's why I'm here.
Thank you, Jolie. I'm glad you came.
I'm rather glad I came too, really. You're a fine young lad. I hope things turn out well for you. Now then, I've chatted enough for one lifetime. Let's get this show on the road, shall we?
Indeed. Let's do it. All right, everyone. I've put this off for long enough. Let's start to work towards the end of the game. Arguably, I've been doing that the entire time I've been playing it, but it's not good. This is where it becomes the really final decision. Once again, once we go here, there's no coming back. On that note, I'm going to quickly save. And here we go. To the Starforge system. This planet has no entry in the Republic archives.
You are strong, child. But I will break you.
I'll never fall to the dark side. You think torture will turn me, Malak? You are a fool.
Torture? No, dear Bastila. You misunderstand. This is but a taste of the dark side to whet your appetite. When you finally swear loyalty to me, it will be willingly.
Never.
Such resolve in your words, but I see the truth in your heart. The dark side calls to you, Bastila. You hunger to taste it. Become my apprentice, and all its power can be yours.
Forge. I've never seen anything like it. I'm transmitting these coordinates to Admiral Dodonna. Maybe a quick strike by the Republic can cripple the Sith fleet. Message is away. Now we can just wait for the Republic to show up. We should be safe here. We're outside their sensor range. Small vanguard of Sith fighters coming in hard. Someone needs to get on those gun turrets. Take those fighters out before they report our position to the main fleet.
You guys know how many
Incoming fighters!
Hello, everyone. What really helps is that they kind of charge you all at once, right in a line at the very beginning.
Oh, we've got problems. We've flown in some kind of disruptor field. All my instruments are jammed. We've got massive overloads in all systems. I'm picking up a single planet in this system. I'll try and put us down there. Hold on. This may be a rough landing.
Talk about your rough landings, Karth. What's the matter? You're flying like you've been on an all-night Teresian ale drinking binge.
That disruptor field fried our stabilizers. We're lucky we made it down in one piece. But if I can't find the salvage to make repairs, I won't even be able to get the Ebon Hawk airborne again.
During our rather rapid descent, I noticed the hulls of many crashed ships scattered across the landscape. Perhaps the parts you need can be found among the wreckage.
The KotOR's right. This planet's a technological graveyard. I saw dozens of downed ships out there. That disruptor field must have wiped them all out. But where could it be coming from?
Even if we get the stabilizers fixed, we have to find and disable the source of that disruptor field before we can take off. Otherwise, we'll just end up crashing again.
I wonder why the Sith ships aren't affected by the disruptor field.
They must have some kind of protection against it, but the Republic fleet won't. We have to find a way to disable that disruptor field, or the Sith will slaughter them.
T3's picking up massive power fluctuations on the ship's sensors. They seem to be coming from some type of large stone structure to the east. It looks like some kind of ancient temple.
I thought we all needed to find some stabilizers for the ship.
The stabilizers won't do much good if we don't disable that disruptor field first. Otherwise, we'll end up crashing back down to the planet's surface again, and this time, we might not survive.
Hey, don't forget about Bastila, guys. We still have to rescue her, too.
I only hope we're not too late. Bastila has been Malak's prisoner for a long time. If he can turn her to the dark side, she will join him, and the Sith will be invincible.
Bastila would never turn to the dark side.
I fear Bastila will find the lure of the dark side difficult to resist. She is strong in the Force, but she's also impulsive, willful, and proud, as you once were, Revan.
Well, don't call me that. I'm not Revan anymore.
I'm glad to hear you say that. Now that you know your true identity, I was afraid you might slip back over to the dark side. If Bastila feels as you do, there may yet be hope for her.
Well, if Bastila's on the Starforge like you think, Jolie, then we can't rescue her until we disable that disruptor field. The sooner we investigate that temple to the east, the better. We can probably find the wreckage of a downed ship along the way. And if we're lucky, we can salvage some stabilizers from it to get off this planet.
I hope everything works out as smooth as you make it sound, Karth.
Well, so do I, Mission. So do I.
All right, everyone. Well, actually, I need to do some video editing. There was quite a few cutscenes there, so I will be right back. Okay, everyone. All that's taken care of. Let's get outside. Whenever there's a series of cutscenes which occur in a particular video, more than just landing and taking off, I want to try to record those if I can immediately, or I have a habit of forgetting they exist. And that's no good. So hopefully I got it all spliced together correctly. Who are we bringing outside with us for this? I think we'll bring... I'm tempted to bring these two. Karth and HK-47 to start. So let's do that. We'll start with these two. We haven't had Karth in our group, I think, in a... Well, no, we've had him in our group when we were together with Bastila on the Leviathan. But we'll still bring him with us here. Well, it's a very beautiful planet. Oh man, and there's Gizka out here too. Interesting. Now, I don't remember... I remember what we face on this planet, the race of aliens that exists out here. It's the same one that we encountered in the box. I think their name starts with an R. But the rest of this, I don't remember at all. Oh, I like the sound effects there of walking along the beach. I suppose I should be maybe jogging, because we are in a rush. But I also don't want to get ambushed by anything. So we'll go ahead and walk along the beach really quick. And I don't see anything we can interact with out here. Let's see if we can then, I guess, get away from the beach and make our way inland a little bit and see if we can find some sort of spaceship we can search. I mean, there's a Republic ship right there. Well, that sounds bad. It looks like we have a few aliens to deal with, and they are not friendly. And it looks like they're all... Wow, they're all melee as well. HK will do something like this.
Ready!
What the hell are you doing, HK? He's running away is what he's doing.
Kuyami just kuna jitanai. Ina kun mama rulira rachikun. Slimo padona. Mundi hadonga chihonkabi.
No problem.
La boda ni winki smaktoma. Wana kun bes chingpa ma rulira. Tok chingbang non kek. Tok ninja mulira rabes.
Why would they have attacked you?
La boda ni winki smaktoma. Wana kun bes chingpa ma rulira. Tok chingbang non kek. Tok ninja mulira rabes. Tiska du suki kumpa na bona naikachu. Tuinkotu. Topa da bunkwalya gandonago chuchut. Kabachi kuita hodonga. Yalamo inkatun. Jiloba mulira ni bobo. Wango kumbes gang ba mamarulira.
There are Mandalorians here.
Kuyami juskuna chitanai. Ina kun mamarulira rachikun. Slimo padona. Rundi hodonga chihonkabi. Jawana bota ayuata honga chakanki dora. Kachi kuita hodonga. Topa da bunkwalya gando donago chuchut. Muksha papangpa, pola wana chikne. Bamuli slemo, poda wanga kunbes mulira rabes.
Tell me... Oh, actually, where are the Mandalorians?
Yatuka ulwan kinkuna ba mulira, rachikun. Mucha shampangpa, uba patu konchi. Tom nongbong shang nungyang. Tom patok smakdelia.
Tell me of the natives.
Jawana bota ayuata honga chakanki dora. Kachi kuita hodonga. Topa da bunkwalya gando donado chuchut. Muksha papangpa, pola wana chikne. Bamuli slemo, poda wanga kunbes mulira rabes. Uba patu konchi. Tom nongbong shang nungyang. Tom patok smakdelia.
You could stay in our ship if you want.
Kuyami juskuna chitanai. Ina kun mama rulira rachikun.
Why don't you try to get to one of the other islands?
Tiska du suki kumpa na bona naikachu. Tuinkotu. Topa da bunkwalya gandonago chuchut. Kabachi kuita hodonga. Yalamo inkapun. Jiloba mulira ni bobo. Wango kumbes gang ba mamarulira. Uba patu konchi. Tom nongbong shang nungyang. La boda ni winki smaktoma. Wana kumbes chingpa marulira. Tok chingbang non kek.
Well, I'm pretty sure the Ebon Hawk can deal with any of the other enemies, natives that decide to attack them. Do we go... Okay, we have to go, we go north. Let's see where these guys came from. They're also dressed the same as the one alien we found in the box. The same types of cloaks and robes. That guy was trapped there for an age. But we could understand... Well, then again, we might have only been able to understand that alien because we were in the box. Rakatan warrior? Rakatan warriors. Yeah, I can't use slow once I take affliction. That's such a shame.
Acknowledgement.
Uh-huh.
Let's have you master rapid shot a bunch. HK, you're gonna take out this one because I think he's also using grenades. And I can probably handle all the melees. Or I said Junk can handle all of these guys.
Yes?
Alright, well done, lads. Not bad. Two groups of them. Oh, that must be the temple they were talking about. Actually, that looks very similar to the Starforge that we saw. Yeah, assuming that was the Starforge. Alright, let's look around here really quick. I guess we'll hang near the beach and see if we can reach the Republic ship first. Actually, we're still going north. Okay. Well, let's go this way now. We're being led away from the beach. Ah, zone transition obelisks. I recognize them. To the north beach. Alright. Let's stick with this. Let's clear out anything else in this area first. I guess we're making our way towards that. That's probably where the Mandalorians are that we just were told about. I guess it would make sense for Gizka to be here if they're a pest that would hitch rides on other vehicles. Oop, there's another zone transition to that ruins. You know, I don't know what these large vessels are called that the Republic likes to use. Very scenic overlook here. I like it. If there's ruins, I'm tempted to bring Mission with me. Mission in Zalbar, but we'll start with these two. Alright, so where do you go? You don't say. Let's get to the ruins first then. We'll see if there is any Mandalorians there. A young Rancor.
Ready.
Ooh, well that's interesting.
Ready.
My goodness, they keep them as pets. Okay, you can tank for us a little bit, HK-47. Oh, that's a shield disruptor. That's pointless. A flamethrower?
Master?
How'd you like that?
Yeah, these things are likely to hit us over and over again. These things are vicious.
Lowering weapons.
Thankfully, we have plenty of advanced repair kits. And I have the Force to help heal us. Right, that wasn't so bad. We lived. Both Rancors dead. Very beautiful entrance to the temple. More Rancors. Those... They look bigger than the little ones we just fought, but they're probably more... I'm imagining they're all little ones. What do you think? Should we fight them? They look a bit bigger than the ones we just fought. Wild Rancors, not young or small ones. So we'll let them stay there at the moment. Let's see if there's a back entrance. Looks like there's some sort of shield at the entrance there. Maybe we can get some information from this obelisk. Looks like there's some writing on it. Oh, the Mandalorians. I'm going to use a shield. HK can use a shield, and Karth can use a shield. Let's move you away. You throw some grenades over in that direction. I'm going to need to do a choke.
Yes?
Okay, that didn't do anything. So, these two are together. We'll throw a... they're too close for a throw lightsaber. HK, let's use a construction kit on yourself. That one's throwing another grenade, I think. Karth, let's use a battle stimulant. The guy over there is throwing another grenade. My goodness. These guys aren't joking around at all. Let's throw a sonic grenade.
Yes.
Ready. HK disengage, use an energy shield again. I can't tell if this one has a shield in.
How'd you like that?
Okay, yeah, there we go. Let's get some distance. Throw another grenade there. Shoot, shoot.
What?
Time to rumble!
I'm gonna move up a bit, use a battle stimulant, and then we can begin trying to slaughter some more Mandalorians. These two are kind of together. Let's see if we can flamethrower both of them. Oh, or not. Alright, I guess that works as well then, HK. If you don't really want to do that, that's fine. You don't have to, you know. I don't want you to do anything you don't really want to do.
Yeah.
Can I actually manage to afflict these guys? I don't think... Yeah. Afflict's not very reliable as a force entry. As a force entry? Journal entry added. That's fine. He can charge.
Let's go! How'd you like that?
What was that journal entry? Trapped in a nameless world. You've crashed on a small music, please stop. Stop! Stop playing. Mandalorian power shield. Stop with the combat music, please! Please stop combat music. Alright, are you done? Please be done. Alright, so let's see really quick. Let's check that shield with compared to our current shield. So, where is that? Energy, bludgeoning, piercing, slashing, electrical for 30 damage absorption. Our VPN is 70. Okay, these are the equivalent of a Sith energy shield, only they resist against more types of damage.
Yes?
Now, what was that journal entry that was added for this? Invisible Mandalorians. You were ambushed by some Mandalorians. They thought they could defeat you, but you proved them wrong. It sounds like we eliminated them before we were supposed to? Another Mandalorian power shield, and that seems to be all. Okay. Well, that was fun. A fun little fight right there. I panicked for a little bit when we started getting hit by those grenades. HK went down to about half his hit points, but he's back now. I guess we're going to fight some Rancor beasts as well to full search this area. There's no way Affliction is going to work on that.
Ready.
Acknowledgement.
Oh, okay. These ones aren't so bad. These ones aren't so bad. Yeah, talk to the corpse. That's what I want you to do, Karth. That's what I want you to do. Power blast, please, and then lay it there.
At its best.
Sure.
Not bad. Let's keep clearing the rest of this area.
Termination required.
They must have some damage reduction. I think, is that right? Oh no, never mind. We do quite a large spread of damage with our lightsaber.
Ready.
That hurt, I bet. Sure.
Alright, not bad, guys. That's all the Rancor beasts cleared out. This said rune-covered obelisk. The pillar has a number of glyphs inscribed on its face. Unfortunately, you have no idea what they mean. This pillar... Wait, what? The pillar has a number of glyphs inscribed on its face. Unfortunately, you have no idea what they mean. This pillar... But then we can read it. This pillar reads, to open the other, the sun and moon must be in concordance of years. What does this one say? This pillar reads, to open the other, the sun and moon must be in concordance. There are a number of glyphs inscribed on the pillar. Examine them. There are several pairs of associated glyphs on the pillar's face. A large circle with the rays spreading out from it, the sun. This glyph is associated with some sort of chart or map, similar to the star maps you've been following. The crescent-shaped glyph, the moon. This glyph is associated with a small humanoid figure bearing an uncanny resemblance to the Rakatans, and seems to be tracing a circle around the sun. A spiral-shaped glyph with two strands intertwined, the helix. This glyph is also associated with a small Rakatan-like figure. A rune glyph whose face has been scraped off the other. This glyph is associated with a symbol like that of the sun, with some sort of beam of ray connecting them. We can't be certain. This may be some sort of pictorial history of the Rakatan species. At the very bottom of the pillar is a larger, more complicated arrangement of glyphs. This shows a large sun with the other connected by a line to it, with the moon tracing a circle around both. The helix lies within the moon. Leave the pillar. I don't understand this at all. I'm going to assume there's something we interact with, but not here, or we don't have the pieces that we need to do so. This pillar shows a glyph of a moon at its peak. On its face are several rings that can be rotated to bring the other glyphs into proximity with each other. Rearrange them? All glyphs are positioned beneath the moon. The sun draws away from the moon? Draw the sun... Wow, this is so awful. If that's a puzzle, that's a really awkward puzzle, because I don't have any frame of reference as to what I'm trying to do. Alright, we'll come back... Alright, so I don't see anything else to interact with here. Let's see if we can... Actually, let's see if we can walk up through the center of that temple. But I have a hunch that door's not going to open, or we're not allowed to walk through that until we actually figure out how to correctly use that one pillar. But I'll check that off screen, and we'll do that first thing next video if I run out of stuff to do here in the next, like, 10 minutes or so. Alright, what are you? Are you a shield? There's a powerful energy shield that prevents you from passing. Okay. So, that's probably something we have to do related to the pillars, and I don't know what that is. So, let's go back and check the other path by the beach and see if that will bring us to some place where we can get some information about that other pillar. Is that also a path down there? Oh, there's also another path. I guess let's check this first. Oh, okay. I see zone transition obelisks. So let's see where this takes us. South Beach. I like the roaring wind on the face of this planet as well. Oh, that's an interesting ship. Looks a bit like the Ebon Hawk to me. Okay, there's mines. So if I want to do this, we need mission with us. Oh, actually, HK.
What? Master?
You might have the necessary demolitions and or... Oh, so it'll be awareness to see them, though, Tim. And he's got 6. Yeah, that's no good. Okay.
Ready?
What?
Then... we're gonna go to the other beach first, after all. Something that just occurs to me is we've been lucky to find this planet here that, well, first off, is a very lush world. I guess that's just situated perfectly by the sun for it to do that. And next, it's a livable atmosphere to us. And the Rancor beasts respawn. That's interesting. We knew nothing about this planet, and Karth landed us here. That's by the way, that's another thing. Like, Karth was like, prepare for a rough landing, and after we had crashed, arguably crashed on the planet, everyone was like, that was a rough landing, Karth, our mission was. And I'm like, that was actually super graceful, all things considered. We didn't impact on the ground. We landed with the landing gear deployed, really pretty much exactly as we have been landing on every other port or dock so far. That was really well done, Karth. We didn't crash into the side of a mountain. We didn't collide into the ocean and sink beneath it. Everything went extraordinarily well, so we should be super lucky that Karth was flying the ship down for us. I kind of feel I probably should have bought Karth another one of the suits we're wearing. I didn't even think to check what the upgrades were for this suit. +1 dex, +2 strength. Oh, that's it! And 8 defense. Actually, Karth's suit is probably better than our suit, in a way. Because it adds sonic resistances, and I think other resistances is what his suit adds to him. It's 1 less defense bonus, and no stat bonuses. But he gets 20 damage reduction against cold and fire. Ours is fine. +1 dex could have been helpful. But the resistances would be more useful against the grenades. That's probably actually why Karth wasn't even rooted in place with that first cryoband grenade that we took from the Mandalorians. Interesting.
Tonghansat wamaji, Yuman Litba ak Inkokun. Chiska to suki kupan bona nai kachu. Kuyam ni juice, ku chitanai.
Rakata, the one. Actually, what kind of invitation are you talking about? We know the Rakata are them, John. We know the Rakata are them. We examined the pillars already. They told us who the one is. So what kind of invitation is this?
Wait a minute. You understood those creatures? Of course. You and Malak must have been here before. You probably learned their language back when you were Revan.
Labora ni winki, smaptoma. Ga wana bota, ayuan takwa kenki dora. Sharji king watawama mulira. King kun jope shock. Ga wana bota, ayuan takwa kenki dora. Jiska to suki kuban bona nai kachu. Jiga chi diman. Yuma lifa akin gotun. Uba batu konchi. Noba mulara. Jilai kunka.
Okay. Take me to the one. If he wants to fight with us, we might as well get it over with now, I suppose. And if he doesn't, if he wants us to perform some task, maybe we can get that done and get on their good side and get whatever it takes to enter the temple from them. This looks like a battle arena to me.
Labora ni winki, smaptoma. Ga wana bota, ayuan takwa kenki dora. Sharji king watawama mulira. King kun jope shock. Ga wana bota, ayuan takwa kenki dora. Jiska to suki kuban bona nai kachu. Jiga chi diman. Yuma lifa akin gotun. Uba batu konchi. Noba mulara. Jilai kunka.
I have a hunch we probably promised to take them off this planet and make them warriors for us when we were Revan, and then we just didn't. That's probably what happened. Vow. I don't remember any vow.
Tonghansat wamaji. Yuma lifa ak Inkokun. Chiska to suki kupan bona nai kachu. Kuyam ni juice, ku chitanai. Donkin bano kunne. Ga wana bota, ayuan takwa kenki dora. Sharji king watawama mulira. Tonghait eldas wamaji. Noba mulara. Jilai kunka. Jisko, yoho kava nobis ula.
My mind was destroyed. My memories were lost.
Labora ni winki, smaptoma. Ga wana bota, ayuan takwa kenki dora. Sharji king watawama mulira. King kun jope shock. Tonghansat wamaji. Yuma lifa ak Inkokun. Chiska to suki kupan bona nai kachu. Kuya mi Jews, kuchitanai.
What was this vow, exactly?
Donkin pano kunne. Jiska to suki kupan bona naikachu. Tonghai eldas wamaji. Ka wanaboja ayua tagwa kenki dora. Yuma lifa akinko tun. Yutuka alua. Ka wanaboja ayua tagwa kenki dora. Jiska to suki kupan bona naikachu. Jika chi diman. Yuma lifa akinko tun. Uba batu konji. Noba mulara. Jilai kunka.
I'll help you, but you have to answer my questions first.
Tonghai Saks Wamaji. Yuma Lipa ak Inkokun. Chiska to Suki Kupan Bona Nai Kachu. Kuya mi Jews, Ku Chitanai. Tonghai Saks Wamaji. Yuma Lipa ak Inkokun. Chiska to Suki Kupan Bona Nai Kachu. Kuya mi Jews, Ku Chitanai.
So by the way, I selected the second one of that, the persuade/lie. Because we could just ask him that flat out right, so I didn't quite promise him that at the moment. Well, you should probably start with the last time I was here.
Donkin Pano Kunne. Chiska to Suki Kupan Bona Nai Kachu. Tonghai Eldas Wamaji. Ka Wanaboja Ayua Tagwa Kenki Dora. Yuma Lifa Akinko Tun. Yutuka Alua. Ka Wanaboja Ayua Tagwa Kenki Dora. Jiska to Suki Kuban Bona Nai Kachu. Jika Chi Diman. Yuma Lifa Akinko Tun. Uba Batu Konji. Noba Mulara. Jilai Kunka. Donkin Pano Kunne. Jiska to Suki Kuban Bona Nai Kachu. Tonghai Eldas Wamaji. Ka Wanaboja Ayua Tagwa Kenki Dora. Yuma Lifa Akinko Tun. Yutuka Alua. Ka Wanaboja Ayua Tagwa Kenki Dora. Jiska to Suki Kuban Bona Nai Kachu. Jika Chi Diman. Yuma Lifa Akinko Tun. Uba Batu Konji. Noba Mulara. Jilai Kunka.
Tell me more about the Temple of the Ancients.
Labora ni Winki. Smatoma. Ka Wanaboja Ayua Tagwa Kenki Dora. Sharji King Watawama Mulira. King Kun Jabe Shok. Donkin Pano Kunne. Jiska to Suki Kupan Bona Nai Kachu. Tonghai Eldas Wamaji. Ka Wanaboja Ayua Tagwa Kenki Dora. Yuma Lifa Akinko Tun. Yutuka Alua. Ka Wanaboja Ayua Tagwa Kenki Dora. Jiska to Suki Kupan Bona Nai Kachu. Jika Chi Diman. Yuma Lifa Akinko Tun. Uba Batu Konji. Noba Mulara. Jilai Kunka.
Tell me more about the elders.
Donkin Pano Kunne. Jiska to Suki Kupan Bona Nai Kachu. Tonghai Eldas Wamaji. Ka Wanaboja Ayua Tagwa Kenki Dora. Yuma Lifa Akinko Tun. Yutuka Alua. Ka Wanaboja Ayua Tagwa Kenki Dora. Jiska to Suki Kuban Bona Nai Kachu. Jika Chi Diman. Yuma Lifa Akinko Tun. Uba Batu Konji. Noba Mulara. Jilai Kunka. Donkin Pano Kunne. Jiska to Suki Kupan Bona Nai Kachu. Tonghai Eldas Wamaji. Ka Wanaboja Ayua Tagwa Kenki Dora. Yuma Lifa Akinko Tun. Yutuka Alua. Ka Wanaboja Ayua Tagwa Kenki Dora. Jiska to Suki Kupan Bona Nai Kachu. Jika Chi Diman. Yuma Lifa Akinko Tun. Uba Batu Konji. Noba Mulara. Jilai Kunka.
You say my ship crashed. Was it because of the disruptor field?
Donkin Pano Kunne. Jiska to Suki Kupan Bona Nai Kachu. Ka Wanaboja Ayua Tagwa Kenki Dora. Jiska to Suki Kupan Bona Nai Kachu. Jika Chi Diman. Yuma Lifa Akinko Tun. Uba Batu Konji. Noba Mulara. Jilai Kunka. Donkin Bano Kunne. Jiska to Suki Kupan Bona Naikachu. Tonghai Eldas Wamaji.
I need parts to repair my ship.
Donkin Bano Kunne. Jiska to Suki Kupan Bona Naikachu. Ga Wanabota, Ayua Takwa Kenki Dora. Jiska to Suki Kupan Bona Naikachu. Jiga Jeep Diman. Yuma Lifa Hakin Kotun. Uba Batu Konki. Loba Mulara. Jilai Kunka.
I will kill the elders and bring you their secrets.
Labora ni Winki. Smatoma. Ga Wanabota. Ayua Takwa Kenki Dora. Sharji King Watawama Mulira. King Kun Jape Shock. Don King Bano Kunne. Jiska to Suki Kupan Bona Naikachu. Tonghai Eldas Wamachi. Ga Wanabota. Ayua Takwa Kenki Dora. Yuma Lifa Hakin Kotun. Yutuka Alua. Ga Wanabota. Ayua Takwa Kenki Dora. Jiska to Suki Kupan Bona Naikachu. Jiga Jeep Diman. Yuma Lifa Hakin Kotun. Uba Batu Konki. Loba Mulara. Jilai Kunka.
So where is this information? Is it in some kind of computer?
Donkin Bano Kunne. Jiska to Suki Kupan Bona Naikachu. Tonghai Eldas Wamachi. Ga Wanabota. Ayua Takwa Kenki Dora. Jiska to Suki Kupan Bona Naikachu.
Why do you think that?
Donkin Bano Kunne. Jiska to Suki Kupan Bona Naikachu. Tonghai Eldas Wamachi. Ga Wanabota. Ayua Takwa Kenki Dora. Yuma Lifa Hakin Kotun. Yutuka Alua. Ga Wanabota. Ayua Takwa Kenki Dora. Jiska to Suki Kupan Bona Naikachu. Jiga Jeep Diman. Yuma Lifa Hakin Kotun. Uba Batu Konki. Loba Mulara. Jilai Kunka. Donkin Bano Kunne. Jiska to Suki Kupan Bona Naikachu. Tonghai Eldas Wamachi. Ga Wanabota. Ayua Takwa Kenki Dora. Yuma Lifa Hakin Kotun. Yutuka Alua.
Don't worry. I will slay the elders and honor our deal.
Tonghai Saks Wamaji. Yuma Lifa Hakin Kokun. Jiska to Suki Kupan Bona Naikachu. Kuya Mi Juice. Ku Chitanai.
Alright, we didn't fail any of those persuade lies. I don't like the idea of where we currently are and how to that... I don't want to fight right at this very moment in this arena. If I'm going to have to kill these guys eventually, I'd rather do that in a different area without being surrounded by Rancor beasts and dealing with the One as well. So he's given us free reign to walk where we will, or his permission to do so in their base. Can we actually talk with the Ricotta? I don't think these guys are going to say anything that interests us, these random warriors of theirs. I have a hunch that the elders are also probably Ricotta, and they are the ones who have kept their minds and the knowledge of what their race used to have or could be capable of doing or using. And the Ricotta here are all just savages cast out to live in these remains. Or maybe the Ricotta, the elders, are ones who were able to find out what occurred to themselves at some point. Something elevated their minds to restore them to what they had once been capable of, using technology or what have you. I think, because we saw one of these creatures in the box, which makes me think that their empire used to be significantly more powerful than these ruins that we are in at this moment. I take it we would have had to fight and kill all of these Ricotta if we had wished to fight them right then and there and not agree to kill the elders. I don't yet know if the elders are good or bad either. Revan might have let them live, from what I can tell, right? And Revan didn't come back here to honor his deal either with this group. I also find that interesting. It would seem to me that he would have done so. Or at least bring these Rakata into his fold of warriors to help him, unless he believed them to be too primitive and or stupid to work with. But if he was strong enough to, if previous us was strong enough to place the ability to speak Galactic Common into their minds, and also be able to rip the how to understand their knowledge from theirs, he surely could have used the Force to compel them to assist. Though maybe the Force doesn't allow them to work that way in a permanent capacity. Alright, so we're searching all these people's homes really quick. Yep. Your boss said we could do this. Don't blame me, blame your boss. He said we could search whatever we'd like for anything that might help us repair a ship. And these stamina, these adrenal staminas, they're totally going to help us repair a ship. Lord Master Gargashi. Hello. I wasn't expecting someone we could talk to, besides the one. Let's see what you say.
Jobaso, Don Kimbano Kunne, Don Hait Eldas Wamachi, Uba Batu Konchi, Yutuka Alwa, Kuya Mi Juice, Kuchitanai.
You are a lore master. What do you do? Memorize books?
Kawana Bota, Ayua Tagwa Kenki Dora. Jiska Tosuki Kuban Bora Night Kachu. Jika Chip Diman. Yuma Lifa Akin Kotun. Uba Batu Konchi. Noba Mulara. Jilai Kunka. Tong Hai Saks Wamaji. Yuma Lifa Akin Kokun. Jiska Tosuki Kuban Bona Night Kachu. Kuya Mi Juice. Kuchitanai.
Can you tell me the history of your people?
King Kunja Peshok. Uba Batu Konchi. Yutuka Alwa. Achu Apenki.
How did your people come to be?
Kawana Bota. Ayua Tagwa Kenki Dora. Jiska Tosuki Kuban Bona Night Kachu. Jika Chip Diman. Yuma Lifa Akin Kotun. Uba Batu Konchi. Noba Mulara. Jilai Kunka. Labora ni Winki. Smatoma. Kawana Bota. Ayua Tagwa Kenki Dora. Sharji King Watawama Mulira. King Kunja Peshok. Don King Pano Kunne. Jiska Tosuki Kupan Bona Night Kachu. Tong Hait Eldas Wamachi. Kawana Bota. Ayua Tagwa Kenki Dora. Yuma Lifa Akin Kotun. Yutuka Alwa. Kawana Bota. Ayua Tagwa Kenki Dora. Jiska Tosuki Kuban Bona Night Kachu. Don King Pano Kunne. Jiska Tosuki Kuban Bona Night Kachu. Tong Hait Eldas Wamachi. Kawana Bota. Ayua Tagwa Kenki Dora.
Tell me of the gods you mentioned.
Yutuka Alwa. Tong Hait Eldas Wamachi. Kawana Bota. Ayua Tagwa Kenki Dora. Jiska Tosuki Kuban Bona Night Kachu. Jika Chip Diman. Yuma Lifa Akin Kotun. Uba Batu Konchi. Noba Mulara. Jilai Kunka. Labora ni Winki. Smatoma. Kawana Bota. Ayua Tagwa Kenki Dora. Tong Hai Saks Wamaji. Yuma Lifa Akin Kokun. Jiska Tosuki Kupan Bona Night Kachu. Kuya Mi Juice. Kuchitanai.
I don't know if I agree with this history, but insomuch that I still suspect that they were part of a vast empire that had significant power and probably constructed that Star Forge up in the heavens at some point. But it does sound like the world was terraformed also at some point. Interesting. Tell me of your first civilization.
Kawana Bota. Ayua Tagwa Kenki Dora. Jiska Tosuki Kuban Bona Night Kachu. Don King Pano Kunne. Jiska tosuki kupan bona naikachu. Tonghai eldas wamaji. Labora ni winki. Smatoma. Ga wana bota ayua takwa kenki dora. Sharji king watawama mulira. Ga wana bota ayua takwa kenki dora. Jiska tosuki kupan bona naikachu. Jika chi diman. Yuma lifa akin kotun. Tonghai saks wamaji. Yuma lifa ak inkokun.
The First Empire.
Ga wana bota ayua takwa kenki dora. Jiska tosuki kuban bona naikachu. Donkin pano kunne. Jiska tosuki kuban bona naikachu. Tonghai eldas wamaji. Ga wana bota ayua takwa kenki dora. Yuma lifa akin kotun. Yutuka alwa. Ga wana bota ayua takwa kenki dora. Jiska tosuki kuban bona naikachu. Donkin pano kunne. Jiska tosuki kuban bona naikachu. Tonghai eldas wamaji. Ga wana bota ayua takwa kenki dora. Yuma lifa akin kotun. Yutuka alwa. Labora ni winki. Smatoma. Ga wana bota ayua takwa kenki.
What happened to that First Empire?
Ga wana bota ayua takwa kenki dora. Jiska tosuki kuban bona naikachu. Jika chi diman. Yuma lifa akin kotun. Uba batu konchi. Noba mulara. Jilai kunka. Donkin pano kunne. Jiska tosuki kuban bona naikachu. Tonghai eldas wamaji. Ga wana bota ayua takwa kenki dora. Yuma lifa akin kotun. Yutuka alwa. Ga wana bota ayua takwa kenki dora. Jiska tosuki kuban bona naikachu. Jika chi diman. Yuma lifa akin kotun. Donkin pano kunne. Jiska tosuki kuban bona naikachu. Tonghai eldas wamaji. Ga wana bota ayua takwa kenki dora. Jiska tosuki kuban bona naikachu.
And what happened after the collapse of the First Empire? I thought the islands they were talking about was actually the face of this planet. And that might be how their story is told now. But maybe it also, in actuality, it means the islands are actually planets themselves. And the ocean is as space instead. What happened after the collapse of the first people?
Labora ni winki. Smatoma. Ga wana bota. Tonghai saks wamaji. Yuma lifa ak inkokun. Ga wana bota ayua takwa kenki dora. Jiska tosuki kuban bona naikachu. Jika chi diman. Yuma lifa akin kotun. Uba batu konchi. Donkin pano kunne. Jiska tosuki kuban bona naikachu. Tonghai eldas wamaji. Uba batu konchi. Yutuka alwa.
Oh my goodness. Every time he finishes a sentence, we get to ask about more of what is going on here. I'm so sorry, Karth and HK47 and viewer. We're going to read about all of this and then we'll call the session. Tell me more of the War of Reformation.
Ga wana bota ayua takwa kenki dora. Jiska tosuki kuban bona naikachu. Jika chi diman.
Is it the one?
Donkin pano kunne. Jiska tosuki kuban bona naikachu. Labora ni winki. Smatoma. Ga wana bota aja jiska. Do punta grita. Doba na oda vokasa. Tonghai saks wamaji. Yuma lifa ak inkokun. Ga wana bota ayua takwa kenki dora. Jiska tosuki kuban bona.
Tell me more of the one.
Labora ni winki. Smatoma. Ga wana bota ayua takwa kenki. King kunja beshok. Uba batu konchi. Yutuka alwa. Achu abinki.
Well, tell me how he was raised.
Tonghai saks wamaji. Yuma lifa ak inkokun. Labora ni winki. Smatoma. Ga wana bota ayua takwa kenki do. Ga wana bota ayua takwa kenki dora. Jiska tosuki kuban bona naikachu. Jika chi diman. Yuma live pa aking kotun. Uba batu konji. No ba mulara. Jilai kunka. Tong hai saks wamaji. Yuma live ba ak inkokun. Jiska tosuki kupan bona nai kachu. Kuya mi juice. Ku chitanai.
Tell me how he came to power.
Ga wana bota. Ayua tagwa kenki dora. Jiska tosuki kupan bona nai kachu. Jika chi diman. Yuma live pa aking kotun. Uba batu konji. No ba mulara. Jilai kunka. Donkin pa no kunnek. Jiska tosuki kupan bona nai kachu. Tong hai eldas wamaji. Ga wana bota. Ayua tagwa kenki dora. Yuma live pa aking kotun. Yutuka alua. Ga wana bota. Ayua tagwa kenki dora. Jiska tosuki kupan bona nai kachu. Jika chi diman. Yuma live pa aking kotun. Uba batu konji. No ba mulara. Jilai kunka. La boda ni winki. Smatoma. Ga wana bota. Ayua tagwa kenki dora.
Interesting. I wonder if they're consuming the dead does actually transfer some of the knowledge of their defeated, digested foe into themselves, or if it's just what's the word I'm looking for? If it's just garbage, basically, and it's part of their story, but no great wealth of information comes from eating the dead. They just do it because they think it does, and it's just all luck that this has occurred, and they're united under a leader who is strong physically and able to defeat his opponents, but not very smart. It just so happens that his army is rather large at the moment, or maybe he is actually smart and has some tactics to back up his physical prowess in single combat as well. Tell me of his conquests.
Tong hai saks wamaji. Yuma live ba ak inkokun. Jiska tosuki kupan bona nai kachu. Ga wana bota. Ayua tagwa kenki dora. Jiska tosuki kupan bona nai kachu. Donkin pa no kunnek. Jiska tosuki kupan bona nai kachu. Ga wana bota. Ayua tagwa kenki dora. Jiska tosuki kupan bona nai kachu. Jika chi diman. Yuma live pa aking kotun. Uba batu konji. La boda ni winki. Smatoma. Ga wana bota. Ayua tagwa kenki dora. Donkin pa no kunnek. Jiska tosuki kupan bona nai kachu. Tong hai eldas wamaji.
Something else.
King kunjo beshok.
What is the one doing here? Well, we just learned what he's doing here. He wants to enter the temple. Let's ask this anyway.
Ga wana bota. Ayua tagwa kenki dora. Jiska tosuki kupan bona. Donkin pa no kunnek. Jiska tosuki kupan bona nai kachu. La boda ni winki. Smatoma. Ga wana bota. Ayua tagwa kenki dora. Ga wana bota. Ayua tagwa kenki dora. Jiska tosuki kupan bona nai kachu. Jika chi diman. Yuma live pa aking kotun. Yutuka alua. Tong hai eldas wamaji.
Alright, I must go now.
Donkin pa no kunnek.
Wow, a lot of experience points for listening to the story. HK, stop riding my butt. Thank you. Now we're going to search the wicker baskets for more loot. Because why shouldn't we take all of this from them? Those construction kits might help us repair our vessel. They're not. Alright, so with all that done, let's stop here, everyone. And when we come back, we will go... Well, I guess we'll explore outside this temple for a little bit more. See if there's any other paths we can take. And we'll take Karth and HK-47 with us there. And then, when we have to go back to the other ship, we'll bring Mission and Zalbar with us. I have a hunch that the parts we need to repair our ship will be located on that one. So I guess we'll walk outside first, and then we'll call this session, everyone. Thank you guys for watching. Lots of talking. in this one. That's interesting. I don't Oh. Something's happening? Oh, nope, we're just allowed to leave. Okay. Yeah, all this feels like these guys were made for fighting. Like, we're supposed to be fighting them. And there's War Leader Garn, in case you want to talk with him, but we'll talk with him in the next episode. So I'll stop here. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Take care, everyone.